This short video clip is a tutorial on how to customize the Windows 10 desktop. Since computer users spend so much time staring at a screen, well, why not have something to stare at, which is a little bit more pleasing to the eyes. Now remember, while watching this video, you can use the tools at the bottom of the screen to pause, adjust the volume, and restart. Hey, have fun. We'll begin this little project by starting at the desktop, which is the area that you see when you first turn on the computer and log into your account. As you can see, the desktop is made up of what we call a background and several shortcuts. This is where you'll place your favorite places that you want to work in, so you don't have to navigate through a lot of folders and whatever to find your work site. Your desktop will look different than mine, but you may have the same background. This is the standard vanilla and cream Windows 10 background. Our objective is to change this background, make it a little bit more personalized. Now to do that, we're going to set up a place, not here right now. We're going to go to where our pictures are located, and we're going to create a little folder that will hold the pictures that we want to use. Now, there's several ways to get into where pictures are. I'm going to use one that would be standard on all machines. I'm going to click on the Windows icon down in the lower left-hand corner and go straight up, and you'll see a little icon. Looks like a little stick person looking inside of a folder, and when you hover your mouse over there, it will say Personal Folder. When I click on that, it will bring up something that we call the Windows Navigator. The Windows Navigator is made up of a couple of different panes. Over here on the left is your folder map where all of your files are located. And if you'll scroll down, you'll see an area over here that's called This PC. And these are what we call the root areas of your folder, the various storage locations. And if you'll scoot down a little bit, you'll see one that says Pictures. And when you click on it, your picture folder comes up. Now, you may have thousands of individual photographs. Me, I like to use folders and kind of segregate my folders together. So if I want to go to look at my Iowa pictures, I can see all of my Iowa pictures. Perhaps some of these may look familiar to you. This is a good one right here. Been there, I'll bet. And but anyway, you'll notice that you have a little, we call these breadcrumbs up here. I'm in the Photos folder, of the Iowa Pics folder, of the Pictures folder, of this PC. I'm going to go back to what we'll call the root of the pictures here. Now I'm going to create a folder that will store the files that I will use for my personal desktop. And to do that, I find a place in the white area here and just right-click my mouse. And when you right-click your mouse, you get a little menu. And when you get down toward the bottom, you'll see New. When you lay your mouse on it, it'll say New what? I want to create a new folder. And I'm going to call this folder, by default, it's called New Folder. I'm going to call this folder Desktop Pics. You can call it anything you want to, but this is where I'm going to put the folders that the photographs that I'm going to use on my personal desktop. So after I give it a new name, I'll just hit the Enter key. Now I have a folder called Desktop Pics. Now I want to populate it with some pictures, and I'll just scroll around and find some that I like here. I'm going to go to, I have a folder called Ron Pics 2017. And now, while I'm here, let me point out something. There's a Picture Tools menu, or not a menu, it's just a window. And this helps us to manage our pictures a little better. But you'll notice that we have these tabs across the top. Share, Manage, View. I'm going to click on View. And you can see there's different ways of viewing your photographs. You can have extra large icons. You can have small icons. You can have tiles, large icons, medium icons, or if you just want a list of files, a description of each file, or details. Now me, I happen to like the details, but what you do is you find one of these viewing types that you like and you click on it and it'll stay that way until you change it. So I'm going to click on, let me go back and look at large icons, I think. Now you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures in large icons here. And what I wanted, 6 pictures in a folder called, I'm going to go back over and click on my Home tab here. And it will tell me that I'm in this PC pictures. I'm in a folder called Ron Picks 2017. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on one. And as soon as I click on it with my left mouse button, it highlights it. You can see that. Now I'm going to hold down my control key on my keyboard. And while I'm holding it down, I'm going to click, 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 click. And I'm going to select 6 pictures, and I'm going to let go of the control button. But 6 pictures have been selected. Now with my mouse hovering over any one of these pictures, I'm going to right click my mouse and select somewhere in here. There's a copy command. Down here, I'm going to copy it. Now I'm going to go back up to where my breadcrumbs are located. I'm going to go back to pictures. In other words, I just kind of backed out one step. And remember, I had a folder called, I forgot, desktop pics. I'm going to double click it to select it. It says this folder is empty. Hold my mousey in this white area and click on paste. And what it has done, it has copied those 6 pictures to this folder. And now, for your information, we can rename these pictures so that they mean something. For instance, pic 04. You can see this looks like a beautiful, beautiful back patio and back porch. I'm going to close it by clicking on the X up here. But I can just, after I select it, just click on it and click the lettering of it, the letter of the name. Instead of pic 4, which is highlighted in blue, I'm going to change it to Ron's Patio and hit enter. And in this one I'll call, again, I click it one time to select it, click the characters to highlight the file name. I'm going to call this one Ron's Fence. And you can click somewhere else, and you can do this for all of them. But anyway, having done that, I'm through playing around with my pictures. I have a folder called Desktop Pics, and I have a set of photographs. Doesn't matter, you can put 3, 4, or 100 in here if you want to. And having finished all of that, I'm just going to get rid of my pictures, close it out by going up to the X in the upper right-hand corner of the window and clicking it. I am back at my desktop. Now I want to personalize it so that that folder that says Desktop Pics, it will be where the source is for my desktop. So with my cursor somewhere on this desktop here, I'm going to right click and select Personalize. Right click Personalize. And you can see I can play around with colors and themes and fonts and a lot of other things. I'm going to go to the background. And there's a little menu of boxes to fill out. The first thing I want to go to is to what do I want in the background. By default, I have a picture, and the picture is, of course, that blue Windows screen. I want to click this down arrow and just pick a solid color. This is for people who have absolutely no personality. But I want to pick slideshow. I want a slideshow for my desktop. And I'm going to click down here to where it says browse. I'm going to browse all of my folders and find a place, a folder if you will, that has the sources for my desktop. So when I click browse, here's my select folder, and I want to go back over here on the left to where it says this PC, pictures. And here it is, this PC, pictures. These are all of my folders. And notice it's not giving you individual files. If you're going to play a slideshow, it wants a folder name. And I have a folder called Desktop Pics that I'm going to click it one time. And down at the bottom of the window, I'm going to click Choose This Folder. And then it sort of populates it up there. You can get an idea of what's back there. And then I'll go down one little step further. How often do you want to change this? I can, the screen show, I can select change slides or change pictures every minute, every 10 minutes, every 30 minutes, every 1 hour, 6 hours, 1 day. I'm going to use mine every 1 minute. Shuffle means it will just randomly throw one up there. Or if you have this turned off, it's just a little button that you flick off and on. If you turn the shuffle off, it will go sequentially one picture to the next. Choose to fit. I want to fill up my entire screen. Now, if you use other ones here, you can play around with that, but they will not take up the entire screen. So I'm going to select fill. Having done that, I'm just going to go back up here to the top and click that X, and here is my desktop with Ron Picks. And if I don't feel like waiting for a minute to see the next one, I can right click on it and go to Next Desktop Background. My, aren't these beautiful pictures? Next tech. You don't have to do this. They'll automatically change every minute, but I get impatient. I want to see what they look like. So that is the way that you personalize your desktop, by showing your personal pictures instead of that boring window screen. Notice I still have my same shortcuts up here. Still have my little Windows icon down here in the lower corner. Have all of a bunch of stuff that you probably don't have across the bottom here. That being said, I am going to terminate this little training video and wish you a very good day.